Hello and welcome to this Yoga for Shoulder Mobility class. My name is Doris and welcome to my channel. For this short shoulder focus practice, all you'll be needing is 2 yoga blocks if you have them, or any elevation. So it could be a bolster, it could be a bigger pillow, it could be books. So they don't need to be yoga specific props. And a yoga strap if you have one, or any scarf, or perhaps even a tie, just something that you can hold between your hands but also stretch. So you want something that is a bit steady and stable to use. And then whenever you're ready, let's meet on the mat. Okay, so we're going to start out in child's pose, and for that, just sitting on your heels, bringing the knees maybe a little further apart, and then just stretching the arms out in front. That's the main focus. So whatever's comfortable in the legs, and then having the arms straight out in front, palms face down. Allow ourselves to just arrive here for a moment, connecting to your breath. Maybe sighing, exhaling through the mouth, whatever feels right here. Taking just another breath. And then starting to keep the pelvis where it is, like really actively drawing the sit bones down as you start to walk the hands further away as far as they go and as far as feels comfortable. And then maybe you want to come onto your fingertips, creating little tens with the hands here, so the shoulders might raise. And then really actively pulling the sit bones back as the fingertips stay where they are. So ideally you feel a nice little stretch along the spine. Making sure that the rest of the body is relaxed, like the jaw, the face. Just warming up a little bit into the back, into the shoulders, taking one last full breath here. And then slowly releasing the hands, maybe bringing the elbows a bit closer in so that the shoulders can round forward. And then hands to knees. And slowly start to roll your way back to seated. So you can stay where you are. I'm just going to show you from the back what we're going to do next, a little shoulder stretch. So reaching the right arm up towards the sky and really reaching with that right hand. And then we rotate that right arm backwards so that the palm moves back, bending the right elbow. The right hand comes back of the neck, between the shoulder blades, wherever you can reach. Then the left hand grabs the elbow and we want to pull it up and back. So it's like a little rainbow action, a little semicircle action. Making sure that you have space for the head and the neck. Allowing that shoulder to really come up here. And if at any point you get some tingling in your hands, then I really invite you to come out of the movement that we're doing, because it usually means that some nerves are unhappy. So this might occur, for example, now. Or perhaps you want to stay just one more breath here with me. And then first release the left hand, and then releasing the right hand. Great. Then left arm reaches up, really reaching for something imaginary, rotating the arm backwards. Left hand somewhere back of the neck, between the shoulder blades, right hand to the elbow, and we hook it up and back in a way. Just staying with your stretch, with your sensation here. Making sure that the neck and head are both happy wherever they are. I mean, I know where they are, but in whatever position you have them next to your arm. Sometimes it can be a bit tight for space. And then maybe just taking it one last breath in and out. And then releasing the right hand, and then releasing the left hand. Maybe just giving the shoulders a bit of a shake. And then grabbing your strap, or strap alternative, And then we're just going to be in a seat. I prefer to sit on my heels, but you could sit on a block, whatever feels comfortable. And then first we're going to go in for a little tighter one. So just having this strap, whatever you have, roughly at shoulder distance in front of you. And if you have tight shoulders, you might just want to give it a little bit more space. And then we're just going to come on the inhale as far with the arms until we start to feel that the chest is rising. We don't want that. So likely the arms are kind of out in front of your face. Exhale, we bring it back down. And at the same time, we pull the strap apart. So inhale, reach it up. Eyes on the chest here. Exhale, bring it back down. Just a few more rounds. Really pull that strap or scarf or whatever you have apart. And at the same time, reach the shoulders away from you. So it should feel quite effortful. It might not look that way, but it should feel quite effortful. Just one more round here. And then release that tight grip and make it wider. And now you want to maybe just see how wide you go. It might be a bit of trial and error at the first time. Perhaps try wider than you might think, because we want to bring it over the head now. So same principle, strong grip, pull that strap apart. Inhale, bring it over the head. Keep the arms extended, bring it behind you. And exhale back. Or maybe you want to do inhale over the head and exhale back, whatever works. So keep moving here. You can always try and see if you want to get closer in, but sometimes it might be a little less intense, might just be a bit more beneficial than really going at your max. Keeping the chest nice and steady. Keeping the arms extended. Just 1 or 2 more rounds here. And then next time you bring that strap back in front, just find a position where you'd like to stay, where you feel quite a strong stretch or quite a nice stretch. And then bring it out in front. Whew. All right, you can pop that strap to the side now. And again, just shake your arms out. If you're not used to shoulder mobilities, can be quite intense, but the more you get used to it, the more your muscles will also adjust. So we'll be using our blocks in a second and finding a tabletop. So it might also be nice to have a bit more space in the legs now. We're going to find active, passive puppy. So from a tabletop, the pelvis stays where it is, walking the hands further front, kind of in line with the hip. But again, if you have tight hips, you might want to, tight shoulders, you might want to have them a bit further apart. And then sinking the chest down towards the ground. Maybe the forehead comes down or the forearms are down, whichever position works for you. And allowing the back to be in a cow shape. So we're tilting the pelvis just so that the back can arch towards the ground. Keeping the fingers nice and spread. And on your next inhale, hands stay where they are. Start to arch the back towards the sky, thinking of cat pose. And exhale, sink it back down. Inhale, arching it up, pushing the ground away. Exhale, sink. 3 more rounds like this. Inhale. And exhale. Second time. And third time. And return to your puppy. If you feel like you have a lot of space, you could try bringing the chin towards the mat. And then slowly coming back up, just sitting back onto your heels. Again, just giving the shoulders a bit of a break, as this is quite isolated movement here in certain parts of the body, mainly the upper back. Now we're going to grab the blocks. So having them at shoulder distance out in front, you can have them at the middle level or at the lowest level. If this is new to you, so it's puppy with blocks, then perhaps the lowest is a nice place to start, and just adjusting your pillows, books in a way that works. We're just gonna, again, find a tabletop with the elbows and forearms now on the blocks. And then palms together, and then maybe walking the elbows a little further away from you, bringing the thumbs towards the back of the neck as you sink your chest down. So this can feel a little different than before. And now I want you to, again, keep the body sinking down, but just slightly integrate a cat back into your spine. Maybe you feel a slight difference than just sinking to the ground or pushing slightly away. 3 breaths wherever you are. Last breath. And then releasing the hands. Coming up, this is always a little bit of an awkward one to come out. And just popping the props once again to the side. From your tabletop, hands to the ground as you find a downward facing dog just for a moment here. Maybe paddle it out, walk your dog, getting a little bit into the legs as well. Perhaps you feel a difference here in the upper body now that we've opened the shoulders. And then walking the feet towards the hands. Maybe just holding on to the elbows as you sway left and right, bending the knees. Allowing the back to round. Maybe shaking the head no, shaking the head yes. And then releasing the hands back to the ground, fingertips come to the ground. So you might want to bend your knees, or you could always use blocks as an elevation if you have them. Gonna go into a little twist. So inhale, bend the left knee, right arm reaches up towards the sky. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, right knee bends, left arm reaches. And exhale, back down. One more time on each side. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left arm. And exhale. From here, bending the knees generously so that you can roll up vertebra by vertebra and come into standing. Shaking it off here. I'm just going to come straight down again, setting up for chicken. So for this, you're going to bring the backs of the hands towards your waist. Feet a little further apart than hip width distance. Feet are turned out. We're coming into a squat here. And bending the knees. And then hooking your elbows here into the inner thighs, keeping the backs of the hands where they are. So this is opening the space between the shoulder blades and also your shoulders. So perhaps you feel that stretch. It looks a bit strange, but it's quite an effective pose. Trying to keep an upright spine here. Maybe you want to lift the heels here if you're a bit wobbly, or place some blocks underneath your sit bones. Taking one last breath. Very carefully releasing your hands out in front and guiding your sit bones down. From here, we're going to go straight to lying down. So just allow the back to roll all the way down. Maybe you'd like to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug here. And then making sure that you have a little bit of space on either side, dropping both legs on top of each other to the right, so left leg on top of right leg, reaching the right arm out, shoulder height, back of the head is to the mat, palm faces up, and then bringing the left hand on top of the right so that the palms touch. Right shoulder is down, head is down, And then on your inhale, we're going to open the left arm towards the left, open the chest towards the sky. Exhale, left arm on top of right again. 3 more times like this. Inhale. And exhale. In your own breath. Trying to keep the legs where they are as you open through the chest. And then one last round where we stay in this little twist. So trying to ground the left shoulder down if you can, keeping the legs nice and stacked. On your next inhale, bringing both legs to center and then just dropping them off to the left. Right arm on top of left arm. And then inhale to open the right arm in a semicircle. And exhale on top. 3 more rounds in your own breath. And for your last round, we're once again just going to stay in this position. Grounding the right shoulder down. Legs nice and stacked. Bringing the legs back to center, soles of the feet together as you just bring your legs into butterfly and then maybe holding on to opposite elbows, allowing the arms to drop overhead like this. Perhaps closing the eyes can feel really nice. Gentle, mindful breaths. Allowing the body to perhaps become heavier. And then releasing the hands, hugging the knees into the chest, and rocking the body back into a seat. Perhaps bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Connecting once again to your breath. Breathing in. And exhaling, maybe chin to chest, as a gesture of gratitude towards body and mind. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this shoulder mobility class. Maybe you'll feel this practice tomorrow because we really did work on our muscles in this shoulder and upper body. And please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to this channel. You can see all the other ways to practice with me in the description box below. And if you want to support me, then you can buy me a coffee and support the work that I do. And stay tuned for more videos to come soon. Have a beautiful rest of the day and see you soon.